Hey gang, I wanted to give you a quick introduction to our creative advertisement assignment. When you click on this description, or it should be the same description in your submissions area of La Lima, you will get this Google Doc here. What it's going to do is talk about this advertisement. Basically what you're going to be doing is choosing a company, one of these 5 companies that I've chosen for you, and you're going to work for them as if you are their graphic designer. In doing that, you will have to create a specific advertisement that they have requested. Now, there's a wide variety of solutions for this advertisement. They're just going to tell you the ideas that they want presented. So what you first want to do is click on these different headings, these different company names, and they will lead you to the company's creative brief. Some of them are not what is expected. For example, if we go to the Hawaiian Air creative brief, you're going to notice as you read through this that there's a lot of things you could emphasize about Hawaiian Air. They talk about their tradition, how long they've been in business, how many places they serve. They talk about their target audience. So this is who you're going to be focusing on advertising to. And that's very important when you think about what kind of imagery and language you use. What might surprise you is it looks like here you are actually advertising to locals, not to tourists coming to Hawaii. And what are we trying to do? We have a tone we're supposed to set with our imagery, so that will help you pick colors and fonts and styles and images. We also have some new-ish sort of services and aspects of the company that they think make them stand out, especially their customer service, and that they are flying to Japan in addition to all the other places they used to fly to before that. It talks about who they compete against, and it gives you their tagline, which will be included, and kind of the message that they want sent. So what you need to include if you choose Hawaiian Air is you need to include the tagline, you need the logo, which is also linked here for you, because technically you probably don't have the right to use the logo, so I've given it to you. You also need to have some kind of imagery and a headline that you write yourself, okay? But it's got to send the message to locals that you want them to fly elsewhere, right? So you need to read these creative briefs carefully, because each one is advertising sometimes a little differently than you think it might be. Maybe the target audience is a little different. Maybe the product is different. For example, Kleenex is not actually for facial tissue. You should read it, find out what the product is they're trying to sell. What is the message? Raisin Bran, for example, is to eat more Raisin Bran as a snack. Who's the target audience? I don't know. Read it to find out. So I provide some of the information for you. You need a headline. You need a tagline, which is included in the creative brief. You need the logo that's included, and you need to use your own imagery. And for this, we're going to learn copyright law, and we're going to learn non-destructive editing techniques, meaning you will not be deleting pixels. You'll be altering an image in a way that's completely undoable should you screw up or want to change your mind. Okay, there are some examples linked here of past student work, and there's even more options that you could turn in that are possibly even better. Now, not all of these completely followed the guidelines, so you'll notice here, this does advertise Kleenex facial tissues, which is not actually what the company asked for, but I thought it was a pretty well-crafted advertisement visually, so I included it. So just know these are examples of what students put together for this. Notice your format can be horizontal, landscape, or portrait. And you'll see that most of them should have some kind of headline, main text, the tagline included in the creative brief, the logo, and imagery. Okay? So you're trying to meet a client's needs with this. We will have a lot of steps in developing your work. So don't worry that you don't know how to do this now. We'll learn a lot of Photoshop exercises. We'll do compositional exercises. We will do drafting of your ideas, and then digital drafts, and then a final version. So you'll get lots of feedback on the way. Technical guidelines. This is how we'll have to set up our file in terms of size and color mode, what you want to turn in your final advertisement as, what file types. When you submit, I tell you how to title, your advertisement. So all your files should be named with this, and then of course your file types. You'll be turning in some supporting documents kind of talking about your evolution through this and what is required within this advertisement itself. And don't worry, again, you don't have to get this done in 1 week. We have multiple weeks we will work on developing this. To look at the rubric, just click here. It's a very simple rubric. Now that said, this is what used to actually be a project that was downgraded to a creative assignment because I wanted to de-emphasize punitive assessment and just give you guys a chance to learn. So I'm treating it kind of like a project in that you get to draft a lot, you get feedback a lot in developing it, you can be really creative with this. I like to give extra credit actually if people advertise a product without actually showing that product in the ad, and it can be done, I promise. But you should craft everything else well too and turn it in to the best of your abilities. Okay, so just follow all the directions. Really simple rubric, you'll see. Should be easy for you guys to get full points. I also let you improve after I grade this work for a week after you receive your grades back. So if you don't get full points right away, you'll start to understand what I expect. So again, focusing on learning, not punitive assessment. You'll notice I've provided some additional resources that will help you with this advertisement. None of them are real long, but I think they would be really helpful. So this first slideshow gives you a little bit of background into the development of advertisements historically, as well as a few techniques to think about as you're moving forward with creating your own advertisement. This one goes into the creative process itself and what you can expect from that. It's kind of a problem-solving and iterative process, meaning you draft and get feedback and improve. An advertisement handout, this talks about different advertising techniques, and you'll probably notice you've seen these at use in different commercials. It'll also give you an idea for techniques you can use for your particular advertisement. Last, this is a really brief, informative, and interesting writing about how to write your own headline for an advertisement and how to make a good, catchy one that's also effective. I hope that this helps you guys get psyched up for this creative assignment. The very first thing you'll be doing in developing this idea is simply choosing a company. So make sure you read through this information and see what company you're most interested in and go to forums. There should be more information in an overview video for you.